Welcome, friend, to Mikaroh in the Handsome World. Today, I want to introduce my friend Nicolai because he's an incredibly talented pianist composer, and he's handsome and brilliant, and also professional. So that's why he has qualifications to join today. so, so thank you. Come here.
Oh, thank you for inviting me. Yeah.
So who are you, by the way?
My name is Nikolai. I'm a composer and a pianist. So I compose piano music, solo piano music that I also perform myself. And I'm a passionate traveler and explorer of various cultures.
Wow, really?
Yes.
So you're
Put it to your mouth.
So you're professional musician. So I'm always curious about the process of creating music. So can you explain more that?
Yeah. So I believe that anybody who creates music, who composes music, actually not just music but any art, I think, is actually a synthesizer. So you, throughout your life, a composer absorbs a lot of different music that speaks to him, that touches him, that inspires him or her, them. And in my case, him. And then...
Especially she, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I guess she would inspire me.
Yeah.
But and so what happens is that a composer then absorbs the aspects of music that specifically touch them, and then they reproduce a synthesis or a combination of those aspects in their own unique way. So
A bit goosebumps.
Oh, really? Okay. I mean, I believe that's how it works. And it just sounds new, or it sounds unique to an audience because they've never heard that specific combination of sounds or of tones. Yeah. But actually, it's something that the composer has picked up throughout their life from different music they have been exposed to.
Wow. So then your experience is really important to create the music, right? Yeah,
so I mean, that's the musical experience, and then of course, at least in my case, I draw then the spark or the moment that makes me create my music are strong emotional experiences. So whenever I have a very strong emotional experience, I reproduce the music that has touched my emotions earlier. Yeah.
So then for you, super intensively strong emotion is important, right? So you always try to expose yourself that kind of super intensive experience. Sad, even though that is super sad, super happy, like the super extreme feeling is important to you?
Yeah. I mean, I believe that the most impactful music that has been created in the history of humanity stems from very intense emotional experiences.
But how could you? I mean, some people just always. I mean, some people always fluctuate their feeling, but others just always calm or not that much affect the feeling or event. So I mean, how could you train that sensitive, delicate feeling to create your music?
Well, I believe that artists generally are prone to be people who are very sensitive. So I think since they experience life in such an intense emotional way, they have this kind of need to share or to communicate that experience in an abstract way that you can't communicate through just simple language, I guess.
But even though very delicate, sensitive person, it's different from the the personality and the communication. I mean, artist is has to convey their feeling to the audience. So communication is the key, I think. So how could you communicate? How could you learn? How could you train? How could you develop your communication skill to?
Well, I believe the most important aspect in regard to communication is authenticity.
Authenticity.
Yeah. So just being honest. So I think if you strive to express your emotions or whatever you want to express artistically as honestly and authentically as you can, you won't be able to evade communicating. You know, like you'll end up directly communicating who you are and what you're experiencing.
So then, just authenticity and just being myself, just honest my feeling is the key to create the music.
Yeah, I believe so.
And echoing to audience. Okay. Why did you choose the music?
I have a pretty corny answer for that because I actually don't believe that I chose music. I think music chose me. Yes.
But it's real?
I believe so. Yeah. I think many people will think it's a cheesy answer, but I believe that I think that for composers, for musicians, music chooses them rather than the other way around.
But I believe that answer because my many artist friends like that.
Already.
So I believe that, but so I mean, you lived in several countries, 3 countries already, and you will move to another country too, maybe, right? And the kind of diverse cultural experience you told me you learned a lot from that. And I mean, recently many people want to work abroad and want to expose themselves in another culture, not just traveling, but also living and working. Can you give some tips to them?
Yeah, I mean, what I personally do or would do is to just try to meet as many people in the field that you want to immerse yourself in that specific culture or country, and make a lot of connections, a lot of networking. For example, like, I don't know, because I was trying to do some jazz in New York as well. So if you were to be a jazz musician and wanted to play jazz in New York City, I would just buy a plane ticket, go there for a month or 2 and just meet as many jazz musicians as possible, join all jam sessions, maybe meet some people in agencies or who work for music labels, and just get an idea for how things are done there.
But before go there, make a plan before, or just to go there and just expose myself there directly. It's there, or
I mean, I think it's a balance, I mean, and it depends a bit on your personality type, but I think just sitting at home and researching and I mean, I don't know, but that I mean, I think it's good to do some preparation, but I think sometimes just going there will teach you a lot of things you wouldn't have expected in the first place. So I think that can be a faster way to getting to your goal if you want to work abroad.
It's very, I think that's the key.